All right, Lily. Uh, Hello,
Yes.
Lily. I hope you're doing great. So, Lily, let's start the IELTS practice test. This is for the speaking, and let's start with the part one. And with that, let me tell you something that question we have question number one, and today we're going to be talking about friends. So, question number one: are your friends mostly your age or different ages?
Well, mostly I play with people my age. Then I have a few friends who are not my age, but I play with them mostly through business and those kind of things. But most of my friends are my age.
Okay, Lily, I think that was really good answer, but you really didn't need it to say the word play. You were using the word play, right? I play with.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no need to say the word play because play means something else, and you don't play with them. You just socialize with them, or you know them, right? Or maybe you're friends with them. Because the
Okay.
question, yes, because the question by itself never asked that whether you with what age group do you like to play. The question says that are your friends mostly your age or different ages, all right? Okay,
Yes.
okay, good, cool, perfect. So here's a question number two from you. Do you usually see your friends during the week or at the weekends? Lily, I'm losing you. I'm afraid I'm losing you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you please come again?
Okay, so let me just turn off my video for a better reception. Yeah, Lily, can you hear me now clearly?
Yes.
Okay, good. So the question is that do you usually see your friends during the week or at the weekends?
I usually skip them at the weekend because most of them go to work, so it's usually the weekend.
Okay. The last time you saw your friends, what did you do together, Lily?
Well, the last time we saw each other, we just had a bride. It was just we just had a bride. We sat outside, just eating and discussing things.
Okay, that's nice. Last question from part one. In what ways are your friends important to you, Lily?
Well, they're important because they help me in everything that I do. I go to for five, go to them and I have some challenges, I go to them, the marketplace, networking, for advice. When I need someone to talk to, I go to them.
Okay, all right, very good. So, Lily, now that was the end of part number one. Now we're gonna get to part number two. All right. So, in part number two, I'm going to copy and paste the question in the chat box that you can see the cue card. All right. So,
Yeah.
all right, I have copy pasted the question there, so you can just read the question. The question says that what places you visited with your friends, and what are the places that you have visited with your friends? All right, you can just talk about only one place.
Yes.
And here is the question. All right, here are the following questions that you have to make sure that you're answering. What is it, and where it is located, and what you can see there now, and explain why this place is interesting. All right.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, Lily, you have 1 minute to prepare, and your 1 minute to prepare starts now.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Lily, you have 2 minutes to answer, and your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay. The place that I visited with my friends is Noctula Lodge. It's in Victoria Falls. So it's a tourist destination. It's a tourist destination. People go there to see the falls, mostly Victoria Falls, and there are game parks as well in those. So people also go to see animals. There's a crocodile farm. So that's where we went last. The place is very interesting because it's one of the seven wonders. It's well known. So it's a very interesting place. There are a lot of things that you can do there. There are a lot of activities that you can have. So it's a very interesting place to go. So that's where we went there for about 6, and it was nice. The weather was okay. It was mostly rain, just showering, so it was okay. We enjoyed. We did bungee jumping. We did all sort of kind of activities.
Okay, very good, very good. You're still left with 50 seconds.
Okay. So it took us about 6 hours to arrive there from Harare where I stay. So we went there and we went by road. So it took us 6 hours. When we got there, we got there at night, and we camped outside the Tula Lodge. We were camping. We were camping outside. It was nice. For most of us, it was our first time camping, so it was really a great experience for us. And we actually met different people, because people from different kinds,
Okay.
from different places all over the world come to visit.
Okay, Lily.
So
Okay,
we
Lily, the
met
time's up.
different people. Yes.
Yes, yes, Lily, the
Okay.
time's up. All right, okay, okay, that's good, that's good. What happened, Lily? After 1 minute, did you thought that, now it's getting too longer for me to speak?
I think
Yeah,
I think I spoke most of the things. I think when I
yeah,
spoke, I needed to first say the time, how long it
uh-huh.
took for me to arrive there and all that. So I rushed to the end before I said all
Yep.
those things.
Yes, exactly.
So in
So,
between, so I ended up having nothing to say because I skipped.
yes, I totally get that. So, actually, you know what? This is a kind of lesson to the other students as well, and including you as well, that even though your performance was good, the information that you were providing, that was adequate and that was accurate as well. But the problem was that because you have a very fast speaking pace, so even when you speak too much, too fluently, or let's say too fast, even that can become a little bit problem for you in order to sustain or let's say in order to last for 2 minutes, right? So sometimes you need to, let's say,
Yes.
limit your speaking pace, right? You have to bring it a little bit down, okay?
Yes.
All right, good. So Lily, let's get to part number three, okay? Now in part number
Okay.
three, we are having questions that question number one: how were you taught history when you were at school?
Um, when we were at school, I taught history, mostly from reading books, textbooks. Most of the information came from textbook. Our teacher would read things from the textbook, write questions, and ask us. So mostly that's how we're taught history.
Okay, so question number two: are there other ways people can learn about history apart from at school? If yes, then how? I have mentioned the
Uh,
questions in the chat box as well.
okay, I've sent them. Definitely, there are many ways people can learn history aside from school, like the internet. It's one of the places where you can learn these days. You can Google anything, or there are even YouTube channels where you can watch and people will be teaching. And there are also you can also learn through people, because most of the old people they know the history. Some of them have lived through the time, so they can tell things that you don't even know that happened, like the history.
That's
And
amazing. That was
also, yeah,
that was one of the really amazing answers in today's session, I would say, because it was really rich with the real life examples, and it was also supported with really good arguments or examples that you were giving.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now the last question from you, Lily. Do you think history will still be a school subject in the future? If yes, then why?
Oh yes, it will still be because history is what shapes us. It helps us to know where we come from. So it will always be part of the subject. You cannot know your future if you don't know where you came from. So it will always be there. That's what
Okay.
I think.
All right, Lily. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you so much, and I think that was a good performance.